2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
This is a guy who made a Pro Bowl in his 2nd season, James Conner. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5.
Middle.
On 2nd down, Conner looking for space. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
On 1st down, it's Roethlisberger. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Alabama man, Drake Kirkpatrick. And he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 for a Bengals TD. And the defense could not have written a much better script than that. First drive, pick 6.
The offense never got a chance to really get oiled up there, did they? But the defense, they certainly got in gear. What a big-time play and a great way for them to start.
And now the offense, they've got to turn things around and figure this out because your backs are on the ground real quickly.
Yeah, usually when you're starting the game getting the ball, 0-0 is the only score you're worried about. Now the second time you get it, you're already down a touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Let's go, Heavy. Heavy, what you got? What you got, Heavy?
It's Conner as they stay on the ground. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Roethlisberger, that's caught the former USC Trojan Xavier Grimble. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one a gain of 20 and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
White 80. 5. Watch the screen. Pass. 55 Mike.
They'll throw on 1st down with Roethlisberger. And the tip there altered the ball flight, and it falls incomplete. It'll be 2nd down.
It's always a battle. Who's going to win on 1st down, the offense or the defense? Let's face it, if you've got the ball, 4 yards or more on 1st down is what you're aiming for. They tried to throw for it there. Nice effort to knock that one away and bring up 2nd down.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Watch the slant. Watch the slant. Quick edge.
Roethlisberger will hand to Conner. And across midfield he goes and into Bengal territory. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
A nickel look now for the Bengals as they try to stop him here on third down. Now Roethlisberger. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42.
And the Steelers first down. First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
That! Like 80! 55! Watch the curl! Watch the curl!
Here's Roethlisberger. Oh, hit as he throws there, incomplete.
And that's why he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Connor. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
Here's play number 7 on the drive. This is 3rd and 7. Throwing again, it's Roethlisberger. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 19. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
On 1st and 10 is Connor. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
The 17-yard line.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
What we got? What we got? What we got?
Now it's Roethlisberger. This is caught, and he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Vance McDonald, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Chris Boswell now for the extra point. And it's no good. He misses the extra point, and this remains a 7-6 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
At their own 28-yard line.
So here's Dalton and the Bengals now. 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line.
368. 4 down.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 10 yards there to start the drive, and just enough by about the length of the football for a first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Dalton on the draw to Mixon. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And that's a loss of 7 on the first down play.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
52, 93, 44, 44. Here you go. Hey, Delta.
Throwing on 2nd and long. Dalton. And that's going to be incomplete. Steven Nelson able to get a hand in coverage.
I don't see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Here's Dalton. They'll set up the screen here to Mixon. Ouch, you thought you had the defensive stand. Roughing the passer wipes it out.
What does every defense talk about? 3 and out, right? Thought they were able to get off the field. Not so.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Over the middle, complete. That's Hall. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
Let's up. Let's get off the field, D. Let's get off the field. 368. 26 Mike. Hey, orbit. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. 3 buck. 26 Mike. 26 Mike.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Throw left side, complete. It's Hall. And he works it past the 30, almost to the 25. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
First down, Cincinnati.
25, hot. 18. Regular. 26 Mike. 26 Mike. All day, dog. 26 Mike. 20. Alpha. Come on.
1st and 10 for Dalton. To the left side here for Eifert. And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Andy Dalton looked good on that pass, but I'll tell you what, all time in his career against Pittsburgh, it has been a struggle. 3-12 as a starter against these Steelers. Just more evidence of their dominance over the years in the AFC North. They'll give it to Mixon, and they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
And Cameron Hayward's ability to take on blocks, hold the point of attack, and get upfield serves him very, very well. What a nice play there.
Yeah, he can take on blocks because he's built like a block. After one, a one-point game, 7-6. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they come up now, second and goal. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Here's Dalton. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. Cam Hayward, always a force, got back there for the sack.
It's a team game, but sometimes individuals do stand out, don't they? How about that for a twofer? Tackle for loss on the running play on the previous down, and then comes right back and gets a sack.
They need to reverse the trend. The last two plays have gone backwards. Now it's third and goal.
26 Mike.
Dalton here from the gun. That's going to be caught by Ross for a Bengal touchdown. John Ross, his third touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And he's a little bit on the shorter side as a receiver. Maybe sometimes for the defense, tough to find the little guys, right?
Yeah, sometimes they get lost in the traffic, but usually what it means is that rather than just winning with height or even speed, they use their quickness to find a way to get open.
Well, tall, short, wide, skinny, whatever, there it results in a touchdown. This is taken at the 3. And it'll be taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Hey, switch gears.
They start with a give to counter. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 27-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's second and 5.
These two.
On second down, Samuels. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. 6 yards to pick up, and that's a first down.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown, because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Hey, what's the ball? Check 24. Hey, watch this. What's up? 59, what's up? 59, what's up?
Now Ben going to give this one to counter. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. Second and 10 coming up. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game, because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Now Roethlisberger getting this one into the hands of Smith-Schuster. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Roethlisberger on target to Washington. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That throw good for 4. It's second down.
It's now second and 6 at their 49-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. Connor on the toss play. And he tried to bounce it outside, but they'll stop it behind the line. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
Ultimately, that did not work out for the offense, but they have to feel pretty good about the play overall. They were so close to having that thing pop for the yardage they needed, but instead, they actually lost yardage on that one.
And a nickel look here for the Bengals as they try to defend this on 3rd. Out of the gun, it's Roethlisberger. Going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Watch the pass. Watch the pass. 2-by-2. Move. Wait, echo. Quit talking about it. I'm playing. Mike, 55.
The 1st down throw coming for Dalton. Rush coming, and he's taken down. That's Vince Williams who gets the sack.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. They toss to Mixon. And they won't fare much better here as he maybe gets back to the line. It was Mike Hilton up to make the tackle. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go, and sometimes you just have to take it to another spot. And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there and just ran him down.
The Steelers now in the nickel here on 3rd down.
Here we go, Ken. Check. Hey, high 7.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And this is, oh my goodness, he pulled it in one-handed.
Let's go.
A big play, Dalton to his favorite receiver, Green, 55 yards.
1st down, Bengals.
So how about this for a change in field position? From inside the 10, here's 1st down on the other side of the field.
44. There you go. 55.
Andy Dalton. He'll get the 1st down and more inside the 20. And finally wrestled down at the 11. The end result, 21 yards.
A gain of 21 yards.
But it appears that they read man defense and went to the out route, and what you have to do on that one is the receiver's got to make sure he works the defender towards the middle of the field to give himself space to cut to the outside and have that ball delivered with good timing, and they got it done.
Lead. Pick it up. Check. Hey.
Mixon with a 1st down carry. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down. The Steelers signal for the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside.
Check. Lead. Check. 55. 2-2. Move. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. Switch.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there, and now it'll be third down. Now the Steelers going to use their third and final timeout. And with that, they're now out of timeouts. There's still plenty of time remaining here in this second quarter.
Regular. We got it. Check 13. Check 13.
On third down, Mixon. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Joe Mixon, his third touchdown now on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. And there you go, nothing really too complex. Block, keep to your assignments, let them run it in. They did it.
Fundamental football. Good blocking, beats good tackling on that play. End result, touchdown.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. This is taken at the 3. And he will be marked down right there at the 20-yard line. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. A run there on first down and a pretty good one at 5 yards, so make it 2nd and 5.
Alert, alert.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 26-yard line.
Alert, alert. Watch 55. Hey, come on out here. Come get some.
2nd and 5 now. Roethlisberger. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So they'll take the yardage and tack on 15 more for the face mask.
Talk about a play that absolutely costs you in the end. Just trying to do your job, right? Trying to get him on the ground. Next thing you know, they'll march off another 15 against your squad.
Play fake to Connor. Now Roethlisberger shelling through the defense. And incomplete as he was knocked as he threw it. And it took the ball off course.
He's an absolute oak tree in the pocket because he is so hard to get on the ground. Not as elusive as he used to be, but still, trying to get him down, tough for any defender. In that case, he's able to move just enough. Incomplete pass downfield.
They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Watch the whip. 955. Hey. Squeeze, double. Mike 5-5. Mike 5.
To throw here, Roethlisberger. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down.
Let's not quibble about the gain there on 2nd down. That was a positive play because that was a take-what-you-can-get situation. Got out to the tight end. Now it gives them a much better opportunity to convert on 3rd down.
The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. They're up against a 3rd and 1 situation. Play action. Now Roethlisberger. Letting one go deep for the... That is caught. It's Juju for the Steeler touchdown. Juju Smith-Schuster, his 2nd touchdown on the season as his guys are back within a single score. This time the extra point up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the second half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of sixes back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football. Dalton, 1st and 10. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that is caught one-handed. Oh, my, he pulled it in. A big play there for Cincinnati. 58 yards.
First down, Cincinnati.
Line of scrimmage moves from their own 25 all the way to the red zone now for 1st and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll take this one down near the 15. 2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play.
That didn't appear to be a run blitz. He just darted in once he saw the run develop. That appeared to be a case of see ball, get ball.
Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Watch the screen, watch the screen, watch the screen. Switch it, come on, switch it. Watch that.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Dalton, they'll try and set up the screen. It's complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon, he scored on the ground and through the air. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. And that'll give them a 2-score lead here, but I'm looking ahead. They just want to hold it for the final moments here of the second quarter. They don't want to give up anything on the other side.
No, not at all, because if they don't, it almost had the feel of an imposing their will score. And right now, they want to make sure they keep that and carry it into the second half.
Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
Here we go. 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise play, because if you think about trying to fool them here, here's what you're facing. You're facing a loosened up secondary, playing a lot deeper than normal. So even if you run some type of misdirection, you're only going to fool them for a second or so. And guess what? They're so deep, they're really not going to be out of position. Take the knee, get to the locker room.
All right, folks, eager to get back to this Week 4 matchup. We won't put up a fight. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3. This one fielded at the 5. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
At their own 29-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively.
368. They go 368. Mike's 50.
Now Dalton with a 1st and 10. Throw left side, complete to Ross. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. 23 yards on the play.
And the Bengals first down.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and give the quarterback a really nice target.
On first down, Dalton. And the Steeler pressure too much here. He's going down. Stephon Tuitt able to shake free and get home for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
On second down, Mixon. And nothing doing here as this time the run maybe gets him back to the line of scrimmage, but that's it. Cameron Hayward in on the tackle.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
There's some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on third and long. So now they'll try the end around. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's fourth down. Here's Drew Kaiser now, as he should be able to pin him back deep here with his first punt. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They trail offense first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. From the 32 now, here's first and 10. They'll run here with Connor. He takes this one across the 35 to the 36, a gain of about 4.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's second and 6.
Go defense. Our time. It's our time.
Roethlisberger will throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. We have not seen a whole lot of wide open receivers. Everything seemingly has been contested.
And that's another nice job there to force an incompletion. They've been very cohesive, knowing each other's moves all game long, and they've been on the spot just about every time.
And they've held them in check on the scoreboard. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down.
Hey, dude. Get ready. Get ready. Get ready. Mike 5-5. Mike 55. Mike 5-5. Let's go, team.
From the gun, it's Roethlisberger. And he'll find Washington. That's complete. How about a 39-yard pickup? They'll take it. Obviously, they're not where they want to be right now on the scoreboard. Big plays like that, though, that'll trend them in the right direction.
Yeah, a few more like that, they'll be right back in the game. And if they can continue to do that, maybe they'll inspire their defense as well. They'll get a few stops.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a first and 10 at the 25-yard line. Ben leaves to counter on the draw. And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
Easy.
They'll stay on the ground with Connor again. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
I'm okay with the call there. In fact, I actually like it. I know they're down a couple of scores, but the running game worked in that situation. I would continue to go in that direction.
Slam. Watch safety creep. Solid, 5 down. Undercut. Double bump. Check nine.
On first down, it's Connor. And they'll go backwards here, losing yardage to the 14. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. Now they'll throw it with Roethlisberger. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
Once you get into the red zone and the safeties have less ground to cover, you better be quick with your delivery. Not much space to get a ball in there.
Yeah, when that field shrinks with those safeties, it's almost like there's a couple extra defenders out there, right?
It certainly is. They end up taking up extra space just because there's not enough space for receivers to run through.
And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. Carlos Dunlap able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, this has been a pretty sizable drive. They've had some success. Finally, the defensive coordinator found some success of his own.
I think he just simply said enough of that. Okay, they've moved the ball well. We need to force the issue from our end, and that's exactly what he did.
Boswell signed to a 4-year deal prior to last season, but he struggled a little bit.
Yeah, do you think that they saw 13 of 20 when they signed him to a 4-year deal?
Not at all.
He needs a big bounce back in 2019 if he wants to see the end of that contract.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Give him 13 yards on the opening play of the drive and also give him a first down.
First down, Cincinnati.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Oh, you got deep? 2-by-2. Move.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially when we get deeper in the game.
On the delay, it's Mixon, and it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. Passing, it's Dalton. Now they go screen, it's complete. Mixon hit, and the ball is out. And he's going to be stopped here at the 43, and that is not near enough to pick up the first. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post, because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw the flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Go. 26 months.
And out of the air, Dalton. And his throw's going to be incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. But it's going to be second down.
It's second down and 10.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10. From the gun to give to Mixon. And it's been like this all night long. Nowhere to run as they stop him behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a third down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. And that'll do it for the end of the second quarter. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Third down, a shot here for Dalton. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Ross. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Give him 17 and a Cincinnati first down. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way. It worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
Throwing on first down. Dalton. Yeah, he'll find Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Andy Dalton with his third touchdown pass of the game. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is there bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Bullock good on the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Now after the touchdown, Drew Kaiser to boot it away. This is taken at the 3. And what a return. Great field position all the way out to the 48-yard line.
Even after that big-time return, it's not looking great for them today. But if nothing else, even if the miracle doesn't happen, they can turn to this play and say, hey, we can move forward. Maybe it's a building block for the rest of the season.
Running to start the drive is Samuels. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give them a lot of confidence to help turn things around. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11.
Check 31, check 31.
Now it's Roethlisberger. Oh, he's trying for Smith-Schuster, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 40. And he's able to bring it up 5 yards shy of midfield to the 45-yard line. Just a little bit of a rough stretch. 6 interceptions now in these last 2 weeks combined.
I know the easy thing is to go back to mechanics, footwork, things of that nature. I'm also wondering, is he getting fooled by what he's seeing on defense? Has the scouting report changed? Are they showing him things different than what he expected? For the second week in a row, he's throwing it to the guys in the wrong color shirts.
Yeah, he better figure, whatever the reason is, he better figure it out.
2nd and 12 at the 43-yard line.
Hot, hot. 18. Watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Back to the ground. This time it's Anderson. It's a gain of maybe 3, but it's going to leave them with still about 8 or 9 to go on third down.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
defense. Hot, hot. Larry. Keep it up, defense. 2-by-2. Move. 55, come on. Check this move. Watch the pass. Mark 55. Mark 55.
To throw on third down. Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And they'll get this across the midfield stripe, but still winding up short of the first down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high percentage play because you get the completion. And what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the first down. In this case, it didn't happen.
So well done there. And these punters, they get more specialized and better each and every year, don't they?
They sure do. And now it's really not the American punters. It's the Australian punters with their kicking academies and that flat drop and just kind of kicking the nose of the football. They're able to almost stop it where they want to, like a good golfer can check one up.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Roethlisberger now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. Now it's Roethlisberger. And Big Ben intercepted a third time. William Jackson with a pick. And what a return as he brings this one all the way back to the 25-yard line. That is now 7 interceptions between last week and this week. 3 in this game, 4 a week ago.
And I saw the head coach write on his play sheet, make a little note. I hope he's writing self-scout. Bring in the guys that scout games for you with a different eye and watch him and see what's going on, and maybe they can pick up what the flaws are, and hopefully they can correct them.
Trying to run inside, but nothing there. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. They run. Anderson. And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 12 yards there and a first down. Now, I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
Give them a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stop that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. On 3rd down, Anderson. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down. Bullock's kick is good. And that will stretch the lead up to 3 touchdowns now. It's a 21-point game. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the 4th.
And you know in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this.
Pressure from his right, and he goes down hard, flat on his back. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Roethlisberger. Under pressure again, and down he goes again. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Here's Roethlisberger to throw. And that is incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense is well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure. The backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike, get on that bench release and go. 55. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen, watch the screen. Watch the screen. Black and green.
They'll try and throw for it with Roethlisberger. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. Yet another interception, and I just had to double-check my math. But it is now 8 between last week and this week.
Well, I just used the calculator. I didn't worry about double-checking it. But the thing that always throws me when you see quarterbacks in this type of a bad spot, they're trying to figure out what they can do to change it, and sometimes they try too hard, and they never get out of it. But that's where he is right now. He's just locked in a really bad way.
Crunch time, defense.
And they'll indeed take a knee. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. And they will take a knee here. Here's Drew Kaiser now as he's on to punt for Cincinnati.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, where do you want to?"
The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Geno Atkins in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. After the sack on 1st down, Roethlisberger, and the pressure gets to him again. Carlos Dunlap in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Black 20.
One last shot for Roethlisberger. Gets this to his running back. That's Jalen Samuels. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down.